So this is gonna be a name analysis for Benjamin Stuckrath, Barre. And, he hasn't got that dash. Du hast den Dash ja nicht. But it's Barre. Because Stuck is a piece and Rat is like Unrat. Rat is wear, stuff, things as well. So he's got twice that sort of like material world in his name. The pieces in the Stuck, and the Rat is not just a advice, but it also is stuff, things in German. And because he's called Barre, that's like a gold bar, a chocolate bar as well. So he's got the pieces, the goods, and bars in his name. That's like, a very material world. Because he's called Stucki, he's got like these pieces, small pieces. A Stuck would be just a piece, but Stucki with a L, it would be a little piece. Stuckli. But otherwise, it's funny that actually the ornaments on the walls in houses made from gyps, look it up, this word here, they are called Stuck in Switzerland. It's the nicest thing in these rooms, looking like ornaments, like on eye level, and then around the borders of the ceiling, and sometimes even in the middle of the ceiling there is some sort of a flowery something ornament, and these are called Stuck. Yeah. And it's, as I said, the nicest thing in the room, maybe his hotel room where he's all alone doing art, just like some kind of a monk. So here I wrote, he's going his ways, he's not following the masses thereof, because he can be in his room and have this secluded thing going on for him, where he's in a closed up space. So he's not about what the masses do, he's that kind of loner that goes his own ways thereof. Yeah. Like the runes being so close to nature, I use that one just as a construction. It is a constructed system to kind of get deeper into what Benjamin means. Here's Stucki, I told you, but his parents sure didn't call him Stucki, so he heard Benjamin or Ben quite a lot in his life when he was growing up. There is some more of my mess. That's the golden color I want to give him. And I mixed it with coffee. Over there's the coffee. Here. And the sheep's milk I put in. I was too lazy to get up for water. So you can see here the runes in his Benjamin name. The B, the Berkana, fertility, right? The mother maybe as well. And then he's got the E, it's the elk that can defend you. The Nautitz is a fire, 2 fire sticks that you can rub at each other, so you get to fire. And then he's got the ice, the E. He's got the A, that's a god's surname, a god dynasty, Ansutz. The vowels are important, so they get to be gods, of course. So that's why I say it's a system, It helps you think about stuff better, because you can give random things like a name some meaning via a system. Then he's got manats, that's the horse. Then it's again some ice, and then it's again those two sticks you can make a fire with. And so because he's got all these, and some of them double, I painted this picture. So on this picture you can see that if you would draw his name, you would have, from all these natural things we've seen from the runes, you'd see that there is a horse, That's the communication thing. There is in the runes one that is about horses, and the other one is with humans. So that's like the communication with horses that can always get you to food or whatever you need. Then he's got these old gods in there, but he's not got his ancestors in his name, the O. There is no O in Benjamin, so it's outside of the frame. Then that's the eyes. Then there is the mother sitting beside two of those fires. There should be fire sticks instead of a fire burning, but I guess a mother would be able to use those fire sticks to get to some fire, make other sticks burning. She can defend herself. And she has a horse. If she needs to get money, food, or people to get her food, she can go there. Or she can rescue herself from bad weather or bad people. So, besides that, he's got twice a E. Benjamin in German. So there are two E's. So that's a human that's really upright and even holding up one arm, sort of to make himself real big. That's when you have good self-esteem. So that's within this picture. You can say by having that self-esteem within the picture, she sits real upright and she doesn't have to look around. Are there any... it's a nature scene, so she doesn't have to look around. Is there any danger coming? And she's even got the horse to take her to places, this fork to defend herself. Yeah, of course there is ice, but that's not that threatening. Ice is cool, gives you water. But it's the time of the year where nothing grows, of course. Ice. So talking about Benjamin, the Ben, besides being this family tribe of this Jewish region around Israel, where all the tribes passed by going north, south and east, west, so it was a really milk and honey were flowing there, so it was a successful family when they could kind of inscribe their name into the Bible. Benjamin. And otherwise there is the Big Ben in London, in this financial district of the Lion. So they even have it in the architecture. All the houses forming a lion, like looking onto the lion that we got in the sky. The lion being the Black Sea, actually. The lion looks like a hanger. That's the Black Sea. It's just some flat thing here with a little thingy on top. So that's what the lion looks like in the sky. The star sign goes like this. But they have it in London as well. The whole architecture of the streets and the houses looks like a lion, and it looks like seen from top, but also the lion looks onto the lion. And then it's the financial district. It's got its own rules Like in New York they have another one, and I guess also in Basel, Switzerland, for this Bank of International something. Zahlungsausgleich. Yeah. So it's very, yeah, well, easy, sad, old school name, and otherwise interesting. You know, you can dig a lot when you Google Benjamin. A lot must come up. The Big Ben as well as this Jewish thing here. Just from the vowels, the B gives you a hawk, the E says go away, the N is like a little dip downward, the E is when you stretch yourself, the A is when you open yourself, and the is when you put things in a mélange and mix them. And then it's again the E, the stretching thing, and again in the end he's got another N, the little tipping downward. The metrics involved. Benjamin. There is a lot of vowels and up and downs with a voice going on, so you can bring in metrics. Another name like Kai is like Kai. That's like a point, only 1 point. There doesn't happen too much. But with Benjamin, you can actually go Benjamin. Dun 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 dun. That's the heart, but dun 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 dun. Well, I have to look it up. So that's my writing ages ago. I'm a real bad comedian. I'm laughing about my jokes before I do them. So here you got my handwriting ages ago, and these are the trocheus is da 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 da, and so here it says long short is soothing ones. Hoo. That one helps you to actually exhale. Yeah. And short, long short is when it gets jolly. Da 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 da. You know, when you continue, it's always short, long, short, short, long, short. So I did it wrong. Da 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 da. Ah, you can hear. That's really jolly. That's what it is here, jolly. Heiter. But also more superficial. Deep breathing. So the amphibrachus. That's what the Greek said. This metric does. And here, when you have long, short, long, then you breathe more deeply. Here deeply, here superficial breathing. And then there is even more deep breathing. And this one is activating your circulation. Finishing the thought about the Greek metrics. When people go the Anapest, Stucki, they help him to exhale. And when they go Stucki, 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 Stu, Stu, Stucki, 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 Stucki. It's really a difficult thing here, but I think it's just two charts actually, what it boils down to. So closing this. Oh, there is some more